I did it. It might have been the best thing I ever did. I got a bank like a industrial.
Hey, what up, VIG TV, man? Hey, this P.WEEZY, man. A little bit disappointed. You know, I'm over here chilling with Rich Homie right now. You know, about investments. You know what I mean? We gotta make sure that we putting our money and our time in the right place. Check the lyrics. Want to see me? Hope to God I'm want to see me? Huh? Alright, man. Hey, back to the business, man. You know who I'm doing this for. You know how we rockin' VIG TV, man. We do this for the streets, and we do this because we can. But the Trayvon Martin situation, the Zimmerman murderer, man, he done really got off, man. You know, I don't care what people say about me, what they think about me. You know, the law that I've been obliged to follow, it goes a different way. But look, we're going to get on all of that. We're going to get on, you know, the state. We're going to get on the aftermath. We're going to get on the verdict. VIG TV, this is a special edition where we definitely dedicating this to the Martin family, Trayvon Martin. We here in the ATL, man. You know, I'm ready to kick up some dust because I feel like it's a must. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, no justice, no peace. You know what I mean? Chi-Town, ATL, you know, we got to stand up. We're going to touch on a little bit of Eric Snowden. You know, we done been keeping up with Eric Snowden. You know, right now they putting the pressure on him. You know what I mean? They definitely putting the pressure on him. You know, they done told Russia. Well, I ain't going to tell y'all what they told Russia. Y'all got to keep it locked. You know, we're going to also touch on a little bit of entertainment news. You know, we had a sad death in entertainment. You know, the Glee star, you know, his untimely death. Basically, the whole segment is going to be dedicated to Trayvon, the injustice of his murder and of this system. I'm P.WEEZY, I'm the host, man. Sad day in America, man. But we're going to keep bumping the goddamn Rich Homie right now, you know what I mean? We got to make them investments. Hey, we got that new segment coming through, man. Hey, we got that black sports segment coming through. Hey, brought to you by my player partner, Bobby J. You know, VIG TV, we always up to something. You know what I'm saying? We always up to something. So we're going to go to a commercial break. Y'all keep it locked, VIG TV. Hey, justice for Trey, man. No justice, no peace.
Court of the 18th Judicial Circuit in and for Seminole County, Florida. State of Florida versus George Zimmerman. Verdict, we the jury find George Zimmerman not guilty. So say we all
look at this shit.
Four-person.
This cracker face ain't changed.
Does either side want to pull the jury?
Hey, you see what the fuck I'm talking about? This man ain't had no remorse from the beginning of the trial to the end of the trial to the verdict of the trial. He done sat there with a straight blank stare like he ain't care that he killed a child. We talking about an unarmed 17-year-old child with some Skittles in his pocket. Like we stated earlier, and I'm definitely just ready to tear this motherfucker up. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, okay, we go in, somebody just get me out. Fuck it. I ain't got no problem going in. I done been in more than one occasion, but at this point, let's tear some shit up. I personally don't care. You know what I mean? VIG TV may not really be an advocate for it, but P.WEEZY, I'm like, fuck talking. At the end of the day, if we don't stand up for something, we gonna fall for anything. Like, we can walk and march and put up sticks and signs, but that's not gonna bring attention to the situation. It's gonna bring a light to the situation, but we need them to understand that the system didn't work for us. And you know, and I wanna make this clear that I'm definitely want you guys to understand something. They blowing smoke up our ass. Listen, at the end of the day, when they charged him, okay, first of all, he did kill a black person. But it really wasn't about black person, it's about gun control. So he killed an innocent child, whether it was black or white. But once this happened, they felt like, okay, the black community, they're going to be in an uproar. They're making it a black or white issue. They're making it a race thing. So let's try to hang this guy to the cross, which they knew that they couldn't do. They knew that they wasn't going to be able to prove intent. Because when you got man too, you have to prove intent. And one thing about the intent, it has to be on the phone. You have to be talking to somebody. You have to tell somebody, which Zimmerman didn't do. He been a racist. He was premeditated with what he was going to do. That's why he took the pistol out there. So for them to charge him with the highest charge possible, but leave him so much of an out, because how do you prove intent? They left him a way out. And I can't get mad because his defense seen that way out. They took it. And I felt like, and I said before, if they would have charged him with obstruction of justice, which when the young lady told him the police was coming, and to stand down, police on the way, stand down, police coming, hold fire, stand down. They told the man, relax, fool. We on the way. This is what we get paid for. This is what we risk our life for. And he chose to further his stalking. Then that was obstruction. So if nothing else, they should have charged him at least manslaughter, voluntary or involuntary manslaughter, as well as obstruction, and nailed his ass to them charges. Give him the max his ass out on the manslaughter or the involuntary or the voluntary. Max his ass out on the shit, as well as the obstruction. Why y'all didn't charge him for that? Because y'all left that loophole, but that y'all know black people study the law and know that if you overcharge somebody, there's a chance that he will get off. And if he got some money, he gonna get off. Dead into the political system, blowing smoke up our ass. Listen, P.WEEZY ain't been no justice for Trayvon. This cracker shouldn't walk. He should be Swiss cheese. Real shit. I ain't a racist, I'm a realist. And what they getting away with is some straight banana in the tailpipe, gas up your ass. I'm laughing at you. Can you feel me? Now type shit. Hey man, I promise you this is the new millennium with 2013, and this is probably the worst thing that I've personally ever seen since Rodney King. You know what I mean? So we're gonna go to commercial break, man. We disappointed. VIG TV, we in the streets, we do this because we can, and we got to do something. Hey, what's poppin', man? Hey, we gonna go ahead and hear what they had to say, man. We gonna break this shit down like you do a pound to a nick. Everything he say can and will be used against him in a court of VIG TV. Cracker.
Obviously, we are ecstatic with the results.
Hold on. First of all, that's the stupid ass intro. How is you ecstatic about a teenager being killed? I don't even understand that. As you being a defense attorney, Mr. Mark O'Mara, how are you ecstatic? First of all, you should have said it's hard trying any case where there's a teenager death involved. How about that, Mark? How about, you know, this was a tough case for me. We have a young black teenager whose life was snuffed out. But you start off with, hold on, let's see what this man started off with. Hold on, let's see what he started back off with. This motherfucking cracker here, I'm telling you, this shit ain't right.
Ecstatic with the results. George Zimmerman was never guilty of anything except protecting himself in self-defense.
Okay, hold on. He wasn't guilty of anything. First of all, according to me being a black man in a white society, if the police tell me to stand down, fall back, be easy, we got this, and I proceed to not bend the law, but break it, hop in the whip, ride around and dip, and stalk a child, I promise you, they're gonna find a fucking law in their book, because they got a book that's big as my head, big as this speaker box, that they gonna find a law. It may be a trivial law, but they're gonna find something to justify their action. But in this case, he said he was guilty of nothing. Let's see what he said. I ain't said Mark O'Mara. Now, in Florida, I know y'all out there, I know there's some racial tension going on, but you know, they tell me that, you know, they got a lot of different laws. You know, they say it's a lot of black people locked up in Florida. So this may be really what's going on in Florida, and what God did is bring light to a bad situation, because Trayvon wasn't even from Florida. He was out there visiting his pa, his dad. And for this to happen, it's a travesty in the black community. And now we can see what's happening out there in Sanford. Not only Sanford, Tampa, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Orlando, all these cities out there in the state of Florida. I forgot that's that damn city where Bush was from. Where that Jeff Bush, he was some shit going on out there. See, now all this shit come to light. See, God say everything will be revealed in time. He say let vengeance be his. So y'all got some explaining to do. Now what does the cracker say? Mark, I'm going to say cracker. Cracker. Saltine.
Zimmerman was never guilty of anything.
Never guilty of anything.
Protecting himself in self-defense.
Protecting himself.
I'm glad that the jury saw it that way, and I hope
Okay,
that everyone who thinks...
He's glad his white stupid ass, long nose, pale face, needs some skin lotion, gonna die of skin cancer soon, trust me. He glad that the jury, let's talk about the jury. We got 6 women. 6 fucking women. Emotional ass women. People think they play on emotion. Yeah, they do play on fucking emotion. They play on the other side of the emotion. They play on the side of emotion where they think a young black kid will come and murder a whole fucking ass, 20 ass, 8-year-old hunky. See, we went from cracker to hunky. See, the hunky got us so fucked up now where they can have a jury and they can get emotionally attached to the point where they think that this cracker Zimmerman was in the right of murdering a child with Skittles in his pocket. And the reason why I emphasize the Skittles is because everybody can relate with Skittles as a child. So I don't think he was doing anything more than what your child, my child, or any black child, white child, Hispanic child, Korean child would do. I believe they made it racial. We're going to go back to this cracker, hunky, Mark. This is the goddamn, the lawyer who represented Zimmerman. Now, you know his daddy, he got some ties to the judicial system in Florida. So we're going to get to that too. See, it's a big ass conspiracy on how a cracker can kill a nigga in a 2013 and get away with it and make some green. We're going to go right to a commercial break. We're going to right back. P.WEEZY, we telling the truth. No lies, no lies. Ain't no justice, no peace.
Big person trying to make him something. Ain't no telling he'll do for the paper. Ain't no tax.
Yeah. Hey, welcome back to VIGTV. Shout out to that nigga Rich Homie Quan. Hey, I'm feeling some type of way. Yeah, over here at VIGTV, man, we definitely want to send our condolences out to the Martin family, man. Y'all make sure y'all log on to VIGTV. We keep it popping, man. Speaking of popping, you know, a few people wanted to call through. We done got a few text messages. You know what I mean? They definitely want to shed a little bit of they heart, they spirit, they soul on the Trayvon Martin situation. So we're going to definitely take some calls, some text messages. It's important for us to get socially active. You know, get involved in what's popping, man, because at the end of the day, Trayvon could be your son, could be your nephew, could be your brother. And we're going to go into some of the further remarks that's been made, like you heard from them, and some of the words that they were using to describe Trayvon's travesty was enthusiastic. We're enthusiastic about the decision, and we knew that Zimmerman didn't do anything wrong. I mean, yeah, you did. And if we're going to a situation where an unarmed teenager could be killed, and the state of Florida, that's how they feeling about a young child's life, then I mean, man, I don't know where do we really go from here. You know what I mean? I done been 17. I done been 17 almost 3 times. And that's just unheard of, where a person can be stalked down, shot down like a dog, and then over-prosecuted on purpose to give a free pass. You know what I mean? Y'all find how to prosecute a lot of niggas in Florida, because a lot of niggas in Florida is in jail. So y'all don't miss the mark when it's for petty shit like possession with intent, which is a non-violent charge, and y'all giving niggas 10 years for that. You know what I mean? So I see Florida, they on that fuck shit. You know what I mean? But VIGTV, man, like I say, they may not speak for me, so I'm gonna speak for myself. But VIGTV, man, we do this because we can, and I feel like I can give my opinion about the Trayvon Martin situation, man. P.WEEZY, I'm your host. I think we got somebody that's calling in. I think we got they shit coming through right now, man. We just working. I mean, there really is no solid solution for the situation, but you know what I mean, we just have to just keep that third eye open, because they're talking, when you hear any interviews about the Trayvon situation, when they talk about we, they're not talking about y'all, they talking about them. So when you listen to that conversation, you can't include yourself in the conversation. You have to be outside of the box, but listening to what they got planned for us. I think there's somebody else sitting there saying, I think it's a little slick, quick text. I think we as a people, you know, I was listening to CNN while I was in Valdosta. You know, a white person called in and they said that if we as black people, we won't change, we have to vote. In the state of Florida, you know, there's a lot of black people locked up, which prohibits them from voting. So, you know what I mean, even if we do vote in the state of Florida, y'all gonna recount the votes like y'all did when the Bush was in office. So, you know, don't try to make it our fault. It's y'all fault. Y'all set some laws that were really predicated to help you and yours. And it's really sad that the politics ain't really have nothing to do with Trayvon's murder, but has more to do with gun control. What y'all really did was took a stance and show in the state of Florida that y'all are for not only gun control, y'all for the vigilante murdering of kids, black kids. VIGTV. Hey, what up? What's poppin'? Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. What's your thoughts on the Trayvon Martin situation, big homie?
Man, I think it's terrible. It's like a situation where, you know, why do you think he can do whatever he wants to do? Or they kill our kids, man, and we just stand here and we gotta watch
Where you actually calling from, big homie?
I'm calling from College Park, Georgia.
See, like, you know what I mean? That's real. You know, we spend a lot of our black dollars in Florida. We go to places like Panama. We go to Miami for spring break. You know, we go to Disney out there in Orlando. You know, and I feel like at the end of the day, that could have been our kids. That could have been your nephew. That could have been your brother. You know, and, you know, what we got to realize is the system, the laws, the way the laws are set up. I'm on VIGTV right now, man. We just looking at, you know, the state. And listen, I want y'all to pull up a few links and just listen to how they talked about the case. They were enthusiastic with the decision. They know that Zimmerman didn't murder anybody. They're not talking about the life of a kid that was taken. They're talking about freedom. They're talking about laws. So that's what they got to get back to, because we know in society it's not about morals, because they took God out the church. So it ain't about morals anymore. It's about laws. So if the laws aren't predicated to us, we're going to keep getting fucked. You know what I'm saying? I really just want to, you know what I'm saying, you know, rock with the Black Panthers, you know what I mean, put the title on the nigga head and off with his head like they do in England, you know what I mean? I feel like what he did was vigilante. You feel me? What he did was vigilante. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, the police told him to stand down. He did what he wanted to do. So it is what it is, you know what I mean? So I feel like no justice, no peace. You feel me? And we ain't going to get peace. Man, we ain't gonna get no peace till the niggas in the streets get a peace, you feel me? And we tired of being seen, let's be heard. Tear this bitch up, nigga, new millennium style.
Actually, what you said about Florida, you know, Florida went through that thing where, you know, when all the votes for the president of the United States like a couple times, so you already know they gotta watch on their head for us, you know what I'm saying? They had a problem with Obama getting in the office.
Yeah,
so.
they lied with the election.
Yeah. And it's heavily up with the Bush family too, so you know that's smoke.
Exactly. Jeff Bush was in office. Let me ask you this. What you think about it being an all-female trial and no black women on the trial? It was an all-female trial with nothing but other than black people on the trial, on the jury.
To me, this seemed like a setup. It was a setup, man, because, you know, he had no emotions, you know, when he was found not guilty, you know, it seemed like he already knew that he was going to be found not guilty.
Dig
so
that.
It was a setup, man.
Yeah.
You know, how 5-6 women gonna judge a man? They ain't never been through what a man been through, so.
And it's funny that you say that. But it's funny that you say that when you say as far as the setup, a conspiracy, because what I'm saying by when the state's attorney, when they overcharge you, it's like, nigga, if me and you get caught on some charges, they not gonna overcharge us. They gonna either do two things. They either gonna put enough shit on us to where something gonna stick. And what I mean by that, they gonna hit us with 7 or 8 different charges, motherfucker. So if we get off on that one, they got 7 more they gonna hit our ass with, kind of like a quick ass AK-47 with an extended clip. So they gave him some outs, and the man was able to take it, man. So, you know, I appreciate you checking in and giving us your outtake on the situation. You know, I mean, I got another call, and so I'm finna hit the other line, man. I fuck with you, VIGTV, P.WEEZY, man. No justice, no peace.
No justice, no peace, bro.
What's poppin', man? This VIGTV, P.WEEZY speaking. What's good?
What's going on, man?
Shit, man, we over here, goddamn it, trying to get everybody's little input on the Trayvon Martin situation. You know, we want to take the streets. You know what I mean? How we got to take it? Protest, riot, boycott. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it takes to get the point across. What's good with it?
Oh, man, I know, first of all, people signed this petition to get the DOJ to bring up these charges, civil rights charges. I know there's one still on the board. If everybody don't know what it is, you can check,
Okay, so hold on. You said we need to go ahead and bring up what?
civil rights charges.
So we need to bring up some civil rights charges, and who do we go about doing that with?
The NAACP, sign a petition, or you can text justice.
So we need to sign a petition, or as far as the situation going on with Trayvon.
Right. I'm going to give you the number now. You just text justice to 622.
Hey, you text justice to 6. What else is it? 6? 62227. 62227. Text justice. So we need justice on the text and then 62227. Listen.
2227.
Man, so listen, 62227. We are definitely looking for justice for Trayvon. injustice that has been taken. So we trying to pull Zimmerman up on some other charges that he could be held accountable for. And who is this that I'm actually speaking with? All right, we got Teezy checking in, man. We appreciate it. You calling in the VIG TV. You know, sometimes it's about entertainment, but then sometimes it's about current events. And right now, you know, how did you actually feel when? Well, where was you actually when you heard the Trayvon situation, the verdict come in?
Well, I was at the studio.
Oh, really? So did you get it late? Did you get it early? Did you get it around about the time that they put it out?
Yeah, we got a text.
What time about you get the text?
I think it might have been probably around 10:30.
Oh, okay. So you got it around about the time that it goddamn came through. Yeah, well, I was actually in Valdosta and shit. You know, it was really silent in Valdosta. You know what I mean? You know, the further south you go, the more acceptant they are to murder and, you know, profiling. You know, I was just looking at a video clip where they admitted that Trayvon was racially profiled. They was like, oh, yeah. No shadow, no question. We was goddamn watching the nigga like he had the hood on. But they justified that. Like, where does racial profiling start and where does it start? You know what I mean? What is it wearing a jersey, if you got your hat to the back, if you got on a hoodie, if you got tattoos, if you got 2 earrings in your nose? Like, I mean, what the fuck is racial profiling? Like, at the end of the day, that's to me a form of racism. I mean, if I look at you a certain type of way, nigga, I might want to go in your pockets, make sure you ain't got nothing that you ain't supposed to have. But I shouldn't have the right unless I'm governed by the statute of law, which Zimmerman wasn't. And I just feel like right now, that's it's just opening up. And I know we're only talking about one state, but Florida is one of the biggest states. You know, one of the biggest states like Texas as well as Houston. I mean, Texas as well as California. So when you're talking about when people go to implement laws, they implemented laws based on what other major states have done it. So if they're holding this stand your ground law in Florida where you can do what has happened to Trayvon, then how many other states will implement that? And, you know, where do we go from here? You know what I mean? I don't personally own a firearm, and I'm not a convicted felon, but I'm going to go about getting me a firearm, and I'm going to shoot the shit out of somebody if money nigga talks some shit to me. That's how I feel about it. I mean, for real, I'm a little nigga. I mean, so I got issues too with people. So is that what it is? Is this the Wild Wild West? If I see something I can like, I can confront you, Teezy. And if me and you get into an altercation, I got my strap and you ain't got yours, nigga, I can blow your head off and it's Gucci.
No, that should need to be the case.
Hey,
I think the Georgia got some form of birthday law.
well, I think they got just a law to say you can kill a nigga on sight whenever you want to. The KKK say, fuck it, they ain't got to kill us. We doing a good job of that on by our own. So we got to be an advocate to stop the black on black crime, man, and just let these crackers know that we ain't going to let them kill us because we ain't killing ourselves. I use the word cracker loosely because it is what it is. I like saltines. I like red. Oh, man, just cooling over here, goddamn it, doing what we do, doing this shit because we can.
True that.
Shit, what's the demonstration, man? What you got popping? What you checking in for?
I'm checking in on that verdict, man.
Shit.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah, it was, man. We done got past it, but, you know, we definitely here to take everybody's opinion, man. I mean, like, as a black young man your age, I mean, what do you feel like? I mean, do you feel like you safe on these streets? Do you feel like an altercation or a stalking could eventually lead to your demise?
Well, I'm like this, man. As far as being safe, yeah, I feel safe, but I feel like on certain situations, like what happened, it could have been handled better, you know.
Right. Do you ever been to Florida?
Huh?
Have you ever been to Florida?
Nah.
Is it a place you think you would be sometime vacationing to?
Right.
I said, do you think that it is a place that you would sometime vacation to?
Oh, say that again.
Do you think that Florida is a place that you may vacation to right now with what's going on?
Hell, I'm not letting them go to Florida right now.
Right.
Because it's like right now, it's too much shit going on right now.
Yeah.
I mean, like even though like that situation going on, but just to do my research, it's just too much shit going on.
In Florida, period.
That situation.
Exactly. And see what it was is that the Trayvon situation just really brought light to a lot of things that was going on in Florida. And, you know, we spent a lot of black dollars from going to Disneyland to going to Miami to going to Fort Lauderdale to going to Panama. You know, we spent a lot of black dollars as tourists, you know, to a place that if we not sitting on a tourist lot, then all of a sudden we a problem. You know what I mean? We're profiled. So, you know, I'm money good, but you don't want us there at the same time. So, you know, I'm definitely an advocate for everybody not going to Florida for nothing. You know, there's many other places you can take your kids and have a good time.
Well, you know what? I definitely, one thing, I can't take my kids. I mean, I can't take my kids down there. I wouldn't recommend nobody else to take their kids down there because, due to the fact that, like, right now, I'm not going to say this for the adults. I mean, are we racial profiling against kids now?
Exactly, because Trayvon was a child. They want to make him out as an adult, but he was 17. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I think they profiled him to fit a bill that they stereotype us with. And I think the media did a really good job at deterring the case over the color. It wasn't about color, because if it was a white child, I would feel the same way. When it's an injustice, it's an injustice. It shouldn't matter the color. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So what it shows me is that the average black life is not worth what we really thought it was. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, if there's anything else, we really want to say, like, they're doing. A guy left a call. You know what I mean? Where we can, go to the Justice Department and, try to bring Zimmerman up on other charges. And this is something that I'm passionate about. This is something that you'll probably see me doing other events, whether it's downtown, whether it's with the Occupy Atlanta movement. I just think we do have a voice. And, not only with music, we can get out and go into more political issues to let people know that we backing what's going on. I think they got a march going on. I'm sure it's downtown. So, we definitely want to get, I think it's on 25th Street or 7th Street. It's definitely downtown. So I encourage not only you as an artist, but a lot of other artists to go down there and not only just march for Trayvon, but just marches for the injustice that's going on to set up for. You know what I mean? You feel me?
Right. And I, like, for me, man, I think it's like for my people, man, our people, I just think it's a wake-up call, man. It's a wake-up call.
It is. It's a big wake-up call in the sense that, we kill each other from Miami to Atlanta to Chicago to Cali. But when it's okay, and I'm not validating what we do to each other, but the way the system looks at it is if, okay, well, what we do to each other, they only gave him a pass because of what they figured that we would do to him. There's a cause and an effect. Because you chose to follow Trayvon was the effect of y'all getting into a physical altercation, which ultimately led to his death, which you have some responsibility for his death. I'm disappointed with the verdict in the sense that they're not holding him responsible for any of his actions. Not following him, not listening to the dispatcher, for pulling a firearm, and for killing him. And at the end of the day, we just have to, like you say, we got to really bring light to the situation. If we don't stand for something, we're going to fall for anything. And, I don't want them to take this back to the 60s where we feel like we got to go back to marching, because marching really didn't get us nothing. We marched and they sprayed the shit out of us. We marched and they locked our ass up. We marched and they shot the shit out of us. So I feel like it's more than that. I think when Rodney King's situation took place, they were a little bit more understanding to our empathy and our sympathy, because it was about self-destruction. You feel me? We don't own shit, you know what I mean? And the little things that we do have, they found a way to take from us, which is our dignity and our life. So you can't replace lives, so you can make a statement. And I feel like we need to make a statement. So tell all the rappers, man, get on Facebook, Twitter. Let them know VIGTV, we starting a campaign, or we're following the campaign. So wherever they at, if it's the Occupy Atlanta movement and they're protesting, or if it's just any civil rights movements that's taking the streets and protesting of the injustice, man, I need you to help me start the campaign to get all the artists, producers, everybody out there, man, because at the end of the day, this could be any one of us.
Right. And I want to also say, man, they got a site. They got a site online for NAACP to sign a petition, man. The only thing they got to do is go to NAACP.org, and they can sign that petition, man. But we can get some type of rights around the people. We need some outcome, man. That's the
NAACP.org. Just check it out. I'm sure there's a Trayvon Martin link. There's a protest link. So, what we want to do also as artists is know that not only as artists and entertainers, that we definitely have social consciousness, and we definitely aware of what's going on in the political realm. And I think if we use some of those messages in our music, then we can really help the people, you know, to get out and do whatever we need to do, whether it's voting, whether it's being our own watch guard in our community, whether it's being more socially active with the kids, politically active from a political standpoint. You know, it's time for us to use this as a platform for us as black men, you know, to take care of our kids, because the system ain't gonna show them no justice. And it's like target practice, in my opinion. You know what I mean? It's target practice. Instead of them using chickens and cans and shit, they using the young black men.
Exactly.
You know, so, well, we appreciate it, VIG TV, man. We gonna go to commercial break. You know, we gotta pay a little bills. You know, I mean, I gotta get high after this, man. You know what I mean? I stay high. You know what I mean? Picture me living in this cold world through some sober eyes in the world of Tupac. Speaking of Tupac, what y'all think Tupac would say, man? You know, what would Tupac say about the current events that just happened to Trayvon Martin in 2013 at the age of 17? Tupac, man. All right, man. I appreciate the flow. We gonna go to commercial break, man. I appreciate it, big homie.
Yes, sir.
What up, what up, what up? Yeah. You know, we having a little party over here with Rich Homie Quan. You know, salute to Rich Homie Quan, man. You know, the buzz going crazy right now, man. You know, this nigga really holding down for the A. You know, we're gonna get to entertainment news a little bit later. But now we're gonna switch lanes, you know what I mean? We're gonna speed it on up. And keep y'all abreast on what we got popping, you know what I mean? As far as this entertainment is concerned, we're gonna get to that, like I said, a little bit later. If y'all been following us, we got Eric Snowden. You know, recently Eric Snowden, if y'all been following VIG TV, Eric Snowden is the ex-communication specialist that, you know, then had problems with the CIA about leaking certain documents. You know, recently he's been in Russia. Russia been letting him just chill as long as he didn't release any more documents. They're not happy with that. United States is very disappointed. They just feel like he's waiting them out, and at this time he has more time than the United States have. So, you know, different delegates within politics, they've said to Russia that, you know, if you guys don't turn the guy over, then they're gonna really be contemplating the Russian Olympics. You know, the Olympics supposed to be in Russia soon. The next Olympics we having, so they were definitely the people to have it. So now they're trying to tie in Russia's money with Eric Snowden. Now, realistically, you know, Eric Snowden is not going to be held if they talking about holding down the Olympics. If they take the Olympics from him, then they're going to give Eric Snowden up. But you see what the United States is actually, you know, willing to forfeit. Eric Snowden, as of now, like I say, he's in Russia. They're calling him a hacker/traitor. You know, they really putting the heat on him because they feel like his shenanigans is going on for a little bit too long. So we still support you, Eric, you know what I mean? We keeping it covered, man. If you follow us like we following you, man, we keeping it up to date, so you keep logging on. We gonna tell the truth about Eric Snowden, man. CIA ex-specialist, looking for him. He communication specialist that been spreading documents that are pertinent to the society. P.WEEZY VIG TV, man. You know, we gonna see if we got another calls coming checking in. This is a special Trayvon Martin salute and celebration, because we're celebrating the life, not the death, because it ain't how he died, it was how he lived. VIG TV, we definitely appreciate y'all for appreciating us. We're going to go to a commercial break. We still having a party. Rich homie. Hey, enough of the bullshit, man. You better watch what you say. Don't use that nigga word. Don't be around here thinking you can kill our kids. Hey, man, we got to take our streets back, man. Hey, trust me. If we don't take our streets back, man, they gonna take our kids from us. You know what I mean? When I look at, we're going to close up with the Trayvon situation, man, but when I look at Trayvon's parents, man, them my parents, man, them your parents, man, them your aunties, them your uncles, man, to lose the child on the hands of another man, hey, if we understand for something, man, we're going to fall for anything, man. Just marinate on that. You know, we out here rocking with Rich Homie Quan, man. We salute you for representing the A. This is definitely your day. This is Ray Quan Day, Rich Homie Quan Day. We're gonna go back to entertainment. Speaking of music, and y'all niggas don't want it. Y'all make sure y'all get that new Rich Homie. Recently, I don't know if y'all know that Corey Monteith, he was you guys might remember him from the Glee. He was the Glee star, multi-star, turned football hero, turned singer. He was recently found dead in a Canadian hotel in a small city outside of Toronto. They haven't really found the reason behind the death. You know, they're going to send for a speedy toxicology to find out if it was related to drugs. You know what I mean? Everybody know he was, you know, of course, wild, crazy, lived a good life, you know, but he's definitely deceased at 31 years of age. So, you know, we definitely will miss him. Lots of the Glee members, you know, they definitely wanted to send their condolences. So do we over here at VIG TV. You know, P.WEEZY, man, Nightlife DVD. You know, we definitely want to give a shout out to Bobby J. You know what I mean? I think he's going to give his insight on the Trayvon Martin situation. I don't agree with everybody, but I do feel like at the end of the day, man, people kill people. Guns don't. And bullets kill people. Guns don't. So if we control who we get the bullets to, and if we control the people who we get the guns to, I think that'll make for a better situation. P.WEEZY, Rich Homie, VIG TV, better about what you say. Y'all niggas be playing, and y'all niggas don't want it. Better about what you saying, my niggas don't play fair. They'll get it to you if you want it. Jay, what up, y'all?
Yeah, man, shit, man. Trayvon Martin, baby. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Trayvon Martin, man. My condolences go out to the family, man. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy out here, man. What's happening, man?
Man, you know, I had to feel like, you know, at this point, we had to go ahead and just dedicate at least 80-90% to him.
Oh yeah, man. The whole goddamn day, man, go out to Trayvon Martin, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just like one day, man. We're not gonna let him, you know what I mean? We're not gonna let him die in vain. You feel what I'm saying, man? This is some real shit. You know what I mean? Cause every day, man, you know, I know everybody losing motherfuckers everywhere, and like they're not being televised as much as this one is. But when we do have a chance to get one that's like we didn't hit the mainstream, even though it was fucked up. You know what I mean? How it went down. You know what I mean? We gotta take advantage of it and not let it die. You know what I mean? Just like that. You know what I mean? Jury of 6, and when that happened, man. Last time I had a jury trial with 12 of them motherfuckers.
And then we're gonna cut it in half and then put the females on the business. Huh?
All hoes, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
I was kind of thinking though, man, it was all chicks, you know what I'm saying? It should be goddamn, they would be thinking like, man, how can I lose a son?
and it's funny that you said that because when I was riding out with Kyle on our way to Valdosta, her and Angie said the same thing. They was like, well, P, now you wrong, you thinking like a nigga, not nigga, but an NICCA. And I thought of it as if these folks wanted to protect their community. So if you're thinking at it from a rich standpoint and these people are living in $250,000 homes and they feel like we're the terrorists of their neighborhood, you know what I mean? Because a lot of white people feel like they got $250,000 house, $1 million crib, and they in their own house, like they can't come out. So if you're looking at it from that standpoint, then they're gonna be in agreement with what he did because they feel like he was protecting them.
Nah, man, I mean, whatever, man. At the end of the day, man, that man killed that 17-year-old boy. You feel me? He took his life, man, you know what I'm saying? Because he was a pussy, couldn't fight, couldn't throw them hands, what have you. End of that thing, but at the end of the day, what everybody keep forgetting is that this nigga on the phone with the police, they telling him, do not follow this man, stay in your fucking truck.
Right.
You know what I mean? Regardless of what went on, you know what I mean? Because you're going to be following me, and this is go for me as a grown-ass man, I know it's going to go for a kid. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to be just following me, goddamn profile me, hollering me about some bullshit when I know I ain't did shit, nigga. You know what I mean? So, nigga, what the fuck you want? You know what I mean? So, we really don't know what went on and what was said. We just
what's
know
the profile?
what person calls me because I got this.
I mean, so listen, can we get the
We standing up, man.
the letter so we know what the profile is? How do we know we fit the profile if we don't know what the fuck they profiling for?
Man, listen, man. It's all about
It's
the
tattoos?
man. I don't know, man. I guess it's
Full beard.
I guess at the point.
Dreads.
I guess it's how we got down. Like he said, we fit the profile. And he kept using the word they.
But what, and that's
So, you know what I mean? Who are they? You know what I mean? Are we they? Like, are we they?
couldn't be they.
And they didn't want to push that issue during the trial. I mean, I sat through 4.5 weeks of that shit. I watched all that shit, man. I watched the verdict. I was watching the trial when the jury came in and was like, yo, can we get some clarification on what manslaughter is?
Okay, so let me fast forward, Bob. Because, you know, the streets look at us, you know, as, you know, real cats that, you know,
Man, we like the road, man.
Yeah.
That mean we the streets, you understand?
So let's fuck the problem. We know what the problem is. The problem is that there's injustice in our justice systems. There's injustice from racial profiling. There's injustice just overall within the laws that we don't have proper representation to get past. You know what I mean? So let's try to think of a solution. Me and you. I mean, I know maybe we can't create the solution, but maybe we could be the mind that can spark the next person that can think of the solution. I can't speak on the state of Florida because I haven't done my research as far as the gun laws, but
Shout out to my niggas in the day 305, but y'all do understand why Jay will not be in Florida, right?
Tie that shit up, homie.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't go to jail.
Shout out to my nigga Stunner, man. My nigga Pac, hold his head. Matter of fact, that nigga's locked up right now for a gun charge right now down in Florida, man. Hold your motherfucking head, man. D-Mo, D-Boy, you know what I'm saying? The whole 305, you know what I'm saying? You know how I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? You know how we do it.
Yeah. Hey, they said,
Trick Daddy the Mayor, baby. Bobby J, I see you, man. You know what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna turn the space out. It's coming, baby. What's happening?
Yeah, I think they said Miami was one of the first cities. Miami and Tampa was one of the first cities in the South. You know what I mean? They did a little bit in Cali. And
Well, don't get it twisted now. They not showing you that them niggas down in Florida really turn up. Yeah. There's some niggas down there in the hoods turning up. Now, real talk, don't get that shit twisted. They just trying to not show you that shit, but
because they don't want it to be.
You know what I mean? They going down and they riding in L.A.
Yeah.
Did you not see them take over the E-way?
Oh yeah.
These niggas walk on going onto the on ramp, nigga. Like what, nigga? And we on the E-way expressway out here walking, nigga. Fuck that, nigga. We protesting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If y'all niggas ain't doing that tonight, man, y'all get downtown about 7 o'clock, man. You know
we gonna definitely try to get down there, man. I mean, I promise you, you know, man. At the end of the day,
March, man. Trayvon, man. What it is, man.